Hey, Happy New Year, 2021. The PCTA will be releasing permits in the next few days, and I'm excited. I know a lot of excited hikers, a lot of newbie hikers, never hiked the trail before, or have done parts of the trail, ready to do a through hike or a section hike, and they've got a lot of questions. I also have a lot of experienced hikers ready to answer those questions. So without further ado, let's go to the first question.
Hey Manny, this is Nancy. I just got my new backpack and I'm very interested in hiking the PCT. My question is to an experienced PCT hikers, what suggestions do you have for a new PCT hiker like me in preparing for a through hike?
Hey Manny, thanks so much for asking me to do this. I'm glad to help out, and hopefully this will help some of the new hikers starting out their through hike this year on the Pacific Crest Trail. I'm getting ready to do a through hike on the Pacific Crest Trail. What do I do to get ready? That's a great question, and to me it's a simplistic answer. Yes, you need to get your gear light, and you got to get the tent you like, and the quilt or sleeping bag and all that stuff in your pack. But really, for me, I think the thing I've learned the most from all my hiking on the Pacific Crest Trail, because I do live in San Diego, I'm on it all the time, it's where I cut my teeth when I started about 5 years ago, is the simplest way is to hike. Hike. I have friends that live in parts of the country where it's flat, and so you can't simulate the elevation you might need on the PCT, but just hike a lot. A lot of people just show up and say, I'm gonna hike myself into shape, but there's more than just the hiking part of it. And if you're like 22 years old, you can do that, and you're probably already in great shape and can hike yourself into shape. But I think if you're gonna set aside the money, the time, and the resources to do this, you should do the best you can to make yourself successful. So hike. And what I learned from hiking was, yes, you get your trail legs if you just show up, but what people don't get is that most of the Pacific Crest Trail is mental. So if you don't do your due diligence and you don't hike before you get on trail, yeah, you may be able to do the miles, but people don't know what to expect. You don't know the days you're not feeling good, your knee hurts, the weather's bad, you slept poorly, so now you're tired, all that stuff, you know? And every day you gotta get up and try to do 15 to 25 miles a day. And so it's a mental challenge, whether you show up in shape or you hike yourself in shape. So if I can give you any tips, is just hike a lot. And for me, what happened was I think I got a little better shape when I was new at hiking, but I got mentally tougher, and the big mountains and the bad weather and the bad days didn't bother anymore, and I could handle it no matter what happened. So anyway, Manny, hope that helps. Hope this helps everybody else out there, and thanks for asking, and we'll see you down the trail.
Hi guys, my name is Claudia Gonzalez and I will be hiking the PCT this spring. So my question is, can anyone hike the PCT?
So one of the things that I feel very strongly about is that the trail is for everybody. When you go out on a long distance trail like the Pacific Crest Trail or any other national scenic trail or local trail, you might see people that are very seasoned hikers, people that have a lot of experience. You might see people that have zero experience. You might meet people that have health challenges or logistical challenges or money challenges. But one of the things that you see across, or at least I've experienced across all of my experience on these trails, is that there's people from all walks of life. There's people with lots of money and no money. There's people with a high level of fitness, people that have experiencing physical challenges. And so something that I really would want people to understand is that there's a place and a way to experience long distance trails or even short distance trails, just getting outside, getting into public land, experiencing natural landscapes. You can do that to whatever degree that you feel comfortable. And so I would encourage people, if you can only hike a mile at a time, go do that and see what kind of value you get out from that time of experience. And if you want to go hike 2,000 miles at a time, absolutely go for it. But I would say the first kind of step is to get out and just start taking steps to get out into the outdoors, because when you get outdoors, you get connected to the outdoor community, you start having these natural experiences. It really will change you. It'll teach you a lot about yourself. And so I would encourage anybody who feels like maybe they don't belong on the trail, maybe they have a challenge that they feel like they can't overcome. How can you get creative to figure out ways to, at least on some level, get outside, get on a trail, start walking, take those simple steps to get out and get connected to other people? You'll find that actually you're probably not alone. If you feel insecure about whether you belong on the trail, you're probably not alone in that. Just get out there, take a simple step and see what you find, see what you learn about yourself, because what I would, be willing to expect is that you would find that there's a place for you, and I would hope that people would understand that about these places.
Awesome, thank you.
Hey Manny, Nikki Hughes here. I will be hiking the PCT in 2021. My question for the experienced thru hikers is, what are 3 towns that are definitely not to be missed on the PCT? I will be vlogging for the trek, and you can find my videos here. And if videos aren't your thing, then you can find my photographs and stories here on Instagram. Okay, thanks so much. Look forward to seeing you on trail. Bye-bye.
Well, hello, Manny and the PCT class of 2021. I'm Roadkill.
And I'm Goldilocks.
And these are our recommendations for the 3 don't miss trail towns on the PCT.
So our first one is Lone Pine in California. It is accessible through several different trails, but the 2 most common and most popular trails are the Trail Pass Trail at mile 745 on the PCT and Cottonwood Pass Trail, which is at mile 750. It goes into the town of Lone Pine. You will have to get a ride to get to Lone Pine. The thing that we liked the things that we liked the most about Lone Pine were it had great restaurants, several great restaurants. It has good lodging. There's hotels there. There's a trail angel named Reggie that runs the Hidden Valley Ranch. We did not go there, but we heard tons of great things about it. There are also a few outfitters there that can get you new shoes, just anything that you need pretty much for the trail. And grocery store that is great for resupplying as well.
I'd also mention there was a hostel there that's been very popular with hikers in the past. Unfortunately, when we were there, the hostel was closed because of COVID, but hopefully it'll be open this year, and that's another great lodging option for people who are staying in Lone Pine.
Well, it was just a neat little town. We really liked it.
Okay, number 2 recommendation for a don't miss trail town is Kennedy Meadows North. Now, Kennedy Meadows North isn't actually a town. It's actually just a kind of a resort area, but we really enjoyed our visit there. To get to Kennedy Meadows North, you go from mile 1017 just as you get off Sonora Pass, and it's an 8-mile, basically an 8-mile hitchhike into the resort.
Or they do have a shuttle.
They do have a shuttle if you call ahead. Nice little spot. The resort area had a little store that allows you to do a complete resupply there. They have cabins if you want to get a cabin to cook in or sleep in, showers and things like that. Or if you're on a budget, they also have a small little bunk area where PCT hikers can all share a bunk room. And they also, if you really want to save money and don't mind continuing to sleep in your tent, I think for $10 a night you can pitch your tent right there. They have a small restaurant which actually has pretty good food and was surprisingly affordable. And if you have a 0-day, highly recommend the pack station that's located adjacent to Kennedy Meadows North and going out for a trail ride. They can go anywhere from 1 hour to a half a day to a full day, depending on how much time you want to spend in the saddle. We just went out for an hour and it was a blast. Well worth it.
Okay, our 3rd trail town that is a don't miss is Trout Lake, Washington. It is off of mile 2229. It's quite a ways off trail, but there are trail angels that will come and pick you up from the trail and take you into town. There are several different hotels, or not several.
Well, there are 3 or 4 hotels.
There are a few different hotels that you can stay at. There are trail angels that will sometimes let you stay at their homes. There's a campground that you can stay at, which is actually a pretty nice campground. It had showers, didn't it?
It had showers.
Has showers, and you can get towels from the grocery store, which is right in the heart of town and is a good place to resupply.
Hey, back here at the general store, got my little bit of a resupply.
Oh yeah. No picture.
There we go.
No, I'm not.
Priorities.
Uh-huh.
I want to see that in your pack out there on the trail, though.
It'll be in my belly.
Oh, now there we go. These guys know how
That's doing it right.
And there are a few restaurants. There's one cafe There's a pizza place, a few different restaurants that you can eat at.
The cafe was really good. We ate there almost every day and loved the huckleberry milkshakes.
Huckleberry everything.
Don't
That
pass
was the highlight.
In the town, we use it to, town probably doesn't really describe it. It's only about 1 block long, 2 blocks long, but it was a great place to spend about a day and a half, and it had everything we needed for the resupply. And
People are very friendly there.
very friendly people. They love their hikers in Trout Lake.
That was beautiful.
Well, those are our 3 recommendations for the don't miss trail towns when you're hiking a PCT. Anyway, we appreciate the question. Thanks a lot. Good luck on your hike in 2021, and we'll be watching you guys on the trail.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Hi Manny, it's Shannon, aka Hot Mess. I'll be through hiking the PCT this year in 2021. I tried in 2020, but then so I'll be getting back out there as a novice, and I have some questions. So my question is for an experienced PCT hiker. What is your biggest fear when you hiked the PCT? I know what mine was, and I know what it is now. It's the heat. At first I thought I was gonna be like mauled by a bear, but I didn't get that far. Darwin, Hot Mess. My daughter Little Crush and I met you on the CT and gave you some trail magic. Hey Darwin, what is your interpretation of embrace the suck? Embracing the suck? Am I saying right? I don't know. I would imagine something sucks.
Okay, Darwin, what does it mean to embrace the suck?
So embrace the suck to me means to fight through that awful time you're having on the trail, whether it's cold, it's wet, it's hot, you're hungry, because the trail goes up and down like a roller coaster. And the trail always provides, it always works out. And eventually, even though it sucks in the time that you're in right there, right around the corner on the trail, right at the top of the peak, is going to be one of the most amazing moments that you're going to have on the trail. So by embracing that suck and knowing that you're going to get to that next moment, that's what it's all about to me.
Cool. Oh, hey, I have a question, and this question goes out to Himalaya. You know, we hear all about the beauty of the trail, the amazing views, the people, and don't get me wrong, we all know it's beautiful, and we just can't wait to go out there and hike it, but some of the new hikers don't know about some of the suck.
Hey Manny, it's Himalaya here, PCT class of 2018.
Hey!
There are a lot of challenges on the PCT, but I'll name just a few for now. I got sick a lot on the PCT. It could have been the heat or the junk food diet.
M&M's. Not sure why they have the resealable thing on them, because we all know if you're a hiker, you don't need to reseal it, you just eat it off.
Or any number of things, but getting sick on trail is miserable, and your resupply town isn't getting any closer if you stop. So sometimes all you can do is push through it. One day after a huge breakfast in town, we hit the trail and I was so nauseated that I threw up several times, stopping long enough to turn off the trail, vomit, and then continue walking, saying, "We've got miles to make." The mosquitoes in Oregon stand out in my memory for the horror that they were. Unlike most mosquitoes, these are a different breed, somehow capable of flying faster than a walking pace, giving us no choice but to run.
I went down to the water source, and so many mosquitoes swarmed me. I was swimming, it was like they were probably like a good couple hundred just on my body.
My brother and I made the mistake of not carrying bug spray and only wearing shorts. They were so bad that we ripped open our food sacks and taped them to our legs, desperate to be rid of them. But the hardest part by far was waking up at the crack of dawn, day after day, putting crusty, stinky socks back on sore feet and knowing that you have 12 hours of hiking ahead. Once, when we were covering 30 miles and over 10,000 feet of elevation gain a day through the northern section of the Sierras, the alarm went off at 4 a.m. as usual, and I said to my brother, "I can't." But that's the thing. I did. Day after day, I did. I woke up and walked the miles. And I learned that you have to take it one day, one climb, one breathtaking view, 1 mile, one step at a time. And that is how you make it to Canada.
All right, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you to all the newbie hikers for asking the questions and all the experienced hikers for answering the questions. If you found any value in the content of the video, hit the like and subscribe button. And I will see you all on the trail.
So,
do you think I could hike the PCT?
bye guys, see you out there. Happy trails.